Because what you think is your thought and emotion, which in the western part of the world, people have made it so big, human thought. Now, with the advent of machines, your thought process will become ridiculous. It always was. But I've been telling people, but they think, maybe he cannot think, but we can think so many things. What nonsense can you think other than the data that you have? Hello? Can you think something more? Can you think something more than the data that you already possess? Permutations and combinations of the same thing you can do. A machine can do it better. You already realizing or no? It can manufacture all the thoughts that you can and much more, it can manufacture all the emotions that you can and much more. Because this is a psychological process which runs on data. So in this being lost in the psychological drama, there is no experience of the existential life. Death is not a psychological phenomena, it's existential, it's real. And it's happening right now. If we paid attention to the life process, everybody would be aware of the process of death. Because most people never experience life, only the drama in their head is ruling their life. Their thoughts, their emotions, their ideas, their opinions, their philosophies and their prejudices are playing out all the time. Nobody even knows that they're breathing. They know in the textbook, human beings breathe. But they don't know that they're breathing in a given moment, they don't know that their heart is beating. Something has to happen terrifying, only to doom, 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 then you know. Normal heartbeat, nobody notices. Normal breath, nobody is noticing. Simply because life process has taken a back seat. Psychological process has taken the front seat. If you don't reverse this, you will neither know life nor death. You will only know psychological drama. This is why over 80% of the people who die, if you closely observe them, you will see when the moment comes, they're bewildered because they didn't even live and it's getting over. They're not in fear, they're not in pain, they're bewildered because they didn't even live and it's over already. So, it doesn't matter you have million thoughts in a day, it means nothing, you're making it up. Are you making it up or no? You may not be conscious of it, but are your thoughts made by you? Your emotions made by you? You won't talk to me. What is the problem? I thought I'm talking to the living. That day will come when somebody comes to your funeral, whatever they say, that day will come. Right now, what's the problem? Because essentially what we call as life and death is just this. When the energies are in a dynamic state, we call it life. It can become inert, we call it death. Yes? Absolute inertia is death. Right now, why? Hello? You practicing? You don't have to practice. Life you have to practice. Because however the hell you do it, you can still do it better. Yes or no? Life process. However you do it, you can still do it better. Death, don't worry, it'll happen perfectly. Did you ever see anybody dying inefficiently? Hello? Life is bloody inefficient, isn't it? Hello? Life is inefficient or no? Life is inefficient. However you improve it, there's something more to do. But death is super efficient. It doesn't need your invite, it doesn't need your help, it doesn't need your support. It doesn't need your welcome. It'll anyway come and it'll come absolutely. So you don't have to practice it right now, I'm saying.
I think in the inquiry of how we can live fully and the contemplation of our own death, once lived fully, death, as you mentioned, can feel like a natural return instead of a theft because you haven't lived life fully. So it feels like there's something greatly missing upon death. And you also speak to how life and death are in one breath, and in every moment there is death. And so when you speak to our fundamental mismanagement of our thoughts and our emotions, when we want to live well, and you look at the startling statistics around rising anxiety and global suicide happening every 48 seconds, and desiring to live well, could you speak to how our fundamental identification with our thoughts and emotions and the closeness we have to it is what is the cause of so much suffering?
See, anything psychological means made up by you. Am I correct? Hello? All of you, I'm asking you? What we call as psychological is essentially made up by us. You hate somebody, made up by you or no? You love somebody, made up by you or no? Everything you can make up. So when you are making up things, why don't you make something that's pleasant and wonderful for you? It's as simple as that. Oh, some psychological thing is happening, there's a whole lot of people running businesses on that. God damn it, you're turning your own intelligence against you, that's all. Whether you call it stress, anxiety, depression, nonsense, madness, whatever you want to call it, your intelligence is turned against you. If these two fingers pop up and start poking your eyeballs, what should people next to you do? And what do you do if your brother does that? Just let him be? No, you'll hold his hand because you're concerned, he will damage himself. If it's not possible, what do? Tie his hand to the chair. Not at all working, what to do? Call a doctor and amputate the bloody hand. Yes or no? Right now, this is all that's happening to you. Certain sharpness of intellect has been given to you. If you had the brain of an earthworm, you wouldn't have all this problem and you would be eco-friendly too. California is trying hard to be eco-friendly. I'm saying if you had the brain of an earthworm, you would be fine, isn't it? And you wouldn't have thoughts to poke yourself daily and call it, I'm stressed, I'm anxiety, I'm this, I'm that. Right now, your problem is, it took millions of years of evolutionary project to get you this big brain, and now you don't know how to handle it, that's all the problem is. Hello? If you remove half of it, you will be peaceful. You will be peaceful, yes or no? One half if you remove, you will be quite peaceful. So, the possibility of human intelligence has become a problem because we have not attended to it. It's like this. See, if I ask you to imagine something in detail, if I ask you to build one little finger in your imagination in full detail, you will see there'll be a lot of struggle. Somebody has to be a good artist to rebuild the whole little finger. Small little thing, can you do it? Lot of effort, isn't it? Yes or no? Because it takes that much application to build a little finger. Let's say you built a castle in the air. You know, castle? You built a huge castle in the air, in full detail, every brick. We will applaud, wonderful, what a wonderful castle you built. But after some time, you start thinking it's real. Then we say you're neurotic. After a while, you start living in that castle. Then we say you're psychotic. Then after a while, another guy comes and collects rent for that castle. We call him a psychiatrist. You build it or no? Hello? Whatever is happening in your mind is made by you or no?